Got him now. So what do you think about all this, Brandon?
We're having a lot of fun. We obviously we come from a racing family, and we haven't slowed down any. So we, the SCDRA series this will be our third year running it, and the competition is exactly what we're looking for. We kind of a couple years ago there when the SCDRA come around, when we decided to give it a shot, we were just looking for that competition, and we found it, that's for sure. So we're working on it. It definitely gives us something to work for, trying to recruit these guys, and, down to every little detail. Is what it comes down to, as far as being able to finish the races and being there at the end. Of course, the boy's got to do his part on that.
Yeah, this definitely ain't
as far as part failure and whatever engine failure, whatever the problem, transmissions. Jason with Tall Pines, we've invested in a transmission, to hopefully not break that second gear again. We're actually working on another one for the other cars, so that both cars will have it. And they're very, very costly, but it's an investment, because every time we break a second gear, it costs us money, for not winning that race. And then, so it is a lot of money, but I look at it as an investment. We've got a lot of help. We've got we've got a few more sponsors that we're working with, trying to final out some things. So we're always looking for extra help, just like everybody else. We really enjoy this. It is a family thing for us. Everybody's involved with our racing. My wife, the daughter, her boyfriend. My uncles, cousins. Everybody is involved with it, except for that one cousin that quit talking to me here a while back. But it's a great time. Getting back on the SCDRA deal. We was really hoping to be able to run Eldora this year. I think not only us, but I think a lot of people were. And I'm sure, I know Kelly was doing everything he could do to get us in up there. So, it just it's aggravating, because I've seen a lot of racing, a lot of different classes and stuff, and I feel like these guys, man, they really put on a heck of a show.
Yeah, I think they'd have tripled their car count from the first one they had, just because the first one was the first one, and now everybody wants to do it now.
Well, if they could, I think one of the biggest problems with the first time they did it was where the and I realize that was just part of it, as far as having the VORs and the SCDRA together. But for the SCDRA guys, there was several of the rules that this class, our part of it didn't run. And not saying there was nothing wrong with it. We actually went ahead. We have the fuel cell. We had the door plate. We had all that stuff anyway. There's a lot of those guys that wasn't running that, and that maybe was a factor of not getting some of the cars as well. But of course, the weather that weekend wasn't great either. But I definitely think the next time around would have been unbelievable. But no matter what, there was 40 cars, I think, and the racing was, just as good as it gets, in my opinion.
And Eldora did so good with that big rain delay, and still able to get the race in, and that track was awesome.
All those track guys are just, they're one of a kind, And it'd be awesome to be able to get on that kind of, track and that facility again.
Yeah.
Someday, hopefully in the future.
Yeah, I always wanted to run, and then I didn't have my car done for it, so that sucked.
Yeah, so hopefully it can happen again. Maybe enough guys will message them, like Kelly said, and let them know how much they was really looking forward to it. And maybe they'll listen and get these guys on there. But as far as this year, you know, we had a lot of silly issues. And cost us some races, and hopefully we can get that figured out and have good finishes this year. Because I think if we finish the race, we're there. We're right there in the top 5 with them.
Yeah.
It's just, man, you got to be there at the end. But the competition of guys, you know, is what I really like. You know, it gets a little, you know, it gets a little intense sometimes. But I mean, you'll have that with good competitive racing. I mean, all these guys, everybody puts their heart and soul and a lot of money in it, and you know, when you get a little rubbing or whatever, I mean, everybody gets heated up. But you know, I can tell you, you know, Walker and them guys, John, I guess even Payne, you know, if they needed something, you know, they know. I know that Zach and Walker, if they needed something, they would come to me or Junior, and hell, I'd let them use anything they needed. And that's just the way racing is. So
That's the one thing I like about that series is everybody helps everybody. Yeah, you're racing each other, but everybody knows you're traveling, and they help each other. There's something else with these cars that I like the fact of is they're not just your weekend cars. So you don't leave them sit on the trailer until Friday and then decide to go racing. You're constantly working on them. And everybody talks about front-wheel drives, but these are race cars. They're not just front-wheel drives.
You know, this is for us. I mean, this is a full-time job, but we're not really just working on one car. We've got 3 of our own, you know, and then we're all the time doing something here. We've got a lot of local guys here that we help out as far as if they tear something up through the week. You know what I mean? We got a couple guys that run some Crown Vics and stuff, and a couple mod guys that we've been bumpers for, and I mean, we're all the time helping as many people out as we can locally as well here. So, but we just love racing. It's been, like I said, it's been part of our family. I think Junior's a 4th generation, so it's you know, it's just in our blood, man. We love it. We take it serious, and we've been real fortunate that we're good at it, you know. But it's not from lack of work, I can tell you that. So,
Well, Jess wants me to ask you who's driving the Crown Vic.
So the Crown Vic, we're gonna build that, and I think I'm gonna do. You know, my wife, of course, wants to race. I'm sure that's why she's asking that. So she's gonna drive it probably the first night, and then my cousin Ralphie. You know, most of the guys that race the series, they know Ralphie. Typically got a beer in his hand. So I'm hoping that Ralphie can lay off that juice a little bit enough that he might be even driving a little bit. But I don't know. That's probably a tall task.
Yeah, because he raced when we was all younger, so.
Yeah. So hopefully, you know, I think it'll help him a little bit if he'll give up that beer for, you know, a night or two to race. It'd be awesome. And then Eric Greener, Junior's father-in-law, future father-in-law, I'm going to get him in it some. And Addison said she wants to drive it. So it's really going to be for everybody that helps us. It's just going to be kind of my thank you for everybody that has helped us along the way, and you know, try to get some new people maybe interested in racing. I know my brother-in-law Tori wants to race. He's been around. He's helped us a bunch, you know, and give him an opportunity to get behind the wheel. You know, if they, I don't know, hell, if we get to where there's somebody out there whipping all the time, I guess I'll have to hop in it and see what kind of rules Josh can make up on this class. I don't know. But I really don't want to race. If I did, I'd have something. So
I think you'd feel more comfortable in that Crown Vic than you do these things because it's rear-wheel drive.
I ain't worth a nickel with these things. But I really don't want to race, though. Really, I don't. I have a lot of fun, you know, helping my boy or, you know, other people out and stuff. And so I don't want to drive one. But on the flip side, if somebody's going to go out, you know, if this Crown Vic class should be a good class, and as long as, you know, as long as it stays the way it should, which I know everything kind of evolves, but